Hey, welcome to Town Talk. And we got an announcement. November 20th is going to be a meeting of the Building Planning Construction Committee along with the selectmen. And they'll be announcing the where they're going to build, I guess, and what it's going to look like, the new fire station. So that's a Wednesday night. So what we'll do is we'll be here, but we probably won't go on the air until they complete their meeting, so we can talk about it.
Winesville Fire Station, they're going to build a new one.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
Northbridge
They
Fire,
have to.
it's going to be a Northbridge Fire Station, so who knows where it's going to be?
Well, and there's many questions that go along with this, and the problem that you have with the Building Planning Construction Committee is they don't advertise and have public hearings, because it's a known fact that if you have public safety in one building,
Yep.
police and fire, there are grants out there to get.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to do that. The two chiefs don't want to intermingle their crew,
Right.
which is ridiculous because you obviously have a separation, police station to fire station.
Yeah, I mean, there
But-
may be a door connecting, but
It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
and you have your dispatch, everything right there.
Well, dispatch is already there.
Right,
Dispatch is already in the police station.
right, but I'm
It's
saying.
ridiculous.
They'd all be together. The dispatch would be there, the police, the fire.
So
Ambulance.
instead of saving the townspeople money and building one, because let's face it, the police station is a disaster now. I mean, it leaks, it's got problems, you don't have enough cells, you don't have enough separation of dispatchers to officers and stuff like that. They put a stupid piece of glass up.
That's in 122, right? The
Yeah,
one-
yeah. Well, it's Piedmont Street.
Off of 122, yeah.
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 They put a stupid piece of glass up to separate the thing. 'Cause one of my customers did the job. I think I made the glass. I'm not even sure. But if you put public safety in one building, it's a public safety building. You make a nice building, drive in, drive out for the trucks, plenty of parking for the cars, and your dispatchers are together anyway. It doesn't make any sense.
So you would have the fire station and the police station in the same building?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
A lot of towns,
Separated.
a lot of places do that.
Oh, it's huge. Plus, you can get grants.
Yeah, make new friends.
I mean, look, we missed a grant once before. It wound up in
Westport,
Westport.
yes.
What?
We had a town manager who ended up working in Westport. He got him a beautiful fire station. We got that. We have a picture of that,
Is that right?
somewhere in the computer. I don't know if we can.
But the fire
Bring that
station,
up.
they've been waiting for a new building for a long time, the fire station.
I've been here 40 years.
Yeah,
I've been here 40 years. The thing is a disaster.
yeah.
It's condemned. The wiring's terrible.
It
The
looks pretty
building
bad.
was built before a lot of people that live in this town now were even born.
Yeah.
So aren't they glad they're going to get a new building?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
just, it doesn't make any sense that you didn't take the opportunity to talk about this.
Oh,
You know, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. I mean, I know where they want to put it. They want to put it right here at Goulet Field.
Oh, is that
That's the key. That's the key to what they're thinking of doing, because we already own the property.
right?
They can go into Goulet Field. They
Well,
can
they're
drive
going
in,
to
drive
do a
out.
public safety building.
Huh?
You could do a public safety
Absolutely
building.
could. And the nice part about that is, well, not nice. It's odd because if you have all of it there, you can dump Rockdale.
Yeah, you get rid of the Rockdale station.
Get rid of Rockdale. You're central.
Oh.
Where the Rockdale station has some problems,
Mm.
and more problems coming, and it's in a floodplain.
Yep.
That would save some taxes, do you think, if they do that?
Well, not taxes. It just save electric.
Well,
Power.
it would save money that they're spending to maintain two buildings,
Right.
Yeah,
heat two
right.
buildings.
Right. Because right now,
And-
heating that building on
Church? or
Main Street.
Main Street,
Yeah, that's a very big
awful.
expense.
It's awful. There's no
It's an
insulation
old
in it at all.
building.
But you take it, and you got the Rockdale station because the manpower is low. They don't generally have anybody down there anymore, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So now you got all your equipment in one spot to channel them out anywhere in town. You're more centrally located. So the Goulet property is a good spot,
It's centrally located in the town.
and we own it. That's the big fact.
Yeah, you don't have to buy it.
Right.
You don't have to buy it. Oh, by the way, Abby, you're 100% right. I talked to the guy today. The sign is not up. He told me it was up. I will speak to him again tomorrow.
I haven't seen it.
No, I went there today, and he said it was behind. They were paving today.
Yeah.
He said it was behind the paver. When I went back at the end of the day, it wasn't there. So we'll have a discussion about that tomorrow.
I haven't seen it.
Nope, it's not
I
there.
have not seen it.
It
I
says
look.
hard hats and
Yeah.
safety glasses and shells and all of that nonsense, and it doesn't say anything about
What were they paving?
blackout.
The driveway?
Yeah, they paved the driveway into there so that because it's too damp and wet. So if you get a tractor trailer load of steel in there,
Right, it's going to sink.
It's going to sink. You're not getting it out of there. They'll be using the bulldozer to get that out.
But the thing, I hope they got all the infrastructure in that they're putting all the underground
Supposedly, we gave them the
easement.
easement. So
Yeah.
and I know they were out there digging and going underneath and across the street and all of that nonsense. So it should be okay.
Man.
I hope they put a good base.
Well,
about
let me tell you, they compacted a lot. No lie. On my kitchen counter is one of those new toaster oven air
Yeah,
fryers.
yeah.
Walked all the way over to the sink. I kid you not. Walked right over to the sink. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because that was all mud. I mean, that was.
Oh, yeah.
You have a ghost in your house?
No, it's the compactor behind our house.
All right.
Yeah.
They were compacting that property pretty heavily.
Oh, man.
Hey, it's progress and it's
Well, if you just paved over what was in that field,
That would have sunk.
the
sunk
first
in.
the first steel truck that came in.
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Right
Plus, they
through
had
the
that
pavement.
piping. They had
Yeah.
that piping all the way through. So they had to
Yes.
replace that and then really pack it with shale,
Yep.
and riprap and stuff like that, and then put your other stuff on top of it.
Yeah, you want good drainage around everything.
They put some wild drain systems in there. I'm telling you, they were wild to look at.
Well, they had to. It was a swamp.
I know that. I said that all along.
One thing good is you have less mosquitoes around now.
Hell yeah.
It's less water now.
Silver
I hope-
lining.
Well, we haven't had any torrential rain. We're supposed to get some tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in there.
Wow.
No, they've been watering it, and now it's they paved today, and they
But
put
if they
a
got good drainage, it'll
They did some amazing.
end up
Set
at
up the
Arcade
drains.
Pond.
Well, of course it will.
Yep.
It's where everything ends up.
Yeah, I know.
It's where the water company stuff runs in there. The for all those years the armory, the what used to be
Yes.
Hathaway's
Yeah.
had a drain that went right in there.
Yeah.
God only knows what the hell's in there.
Well, I mean, where Hathaway's where Pashoni is now.
Mm-hmm.
That was I remember when the shop filled that in for additional parking,
Ugh.
and it's all fly ash.
Shocking.
I know.
Shocking. Don't talk fly ash to me, okay?
Look,
You know I get very upset when you talk about fly ash.
I'd use that in my front yard. That makes the best soil.
Really? I wouldn't have noticed those trees that grew up in that soccer
Yeah.
field.
Doesn't it look like a forest?
I know.
In what? In about 15 years?
Yep. Yep.
In fact, they're going to be moving that soon because they're getting ready. We already got the plans. The plans have been approved for the repair shop and the rental units he's going to have in the back for what do you call it, for plumbers and electricians.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, and he's going to have a car wash. Everything's approved,
Cool.
and they're probably before spring that pile will be gone.
Oh, you mean at the end of Lake?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because that on the corner there is where they're going to build the repair shop.
The West End School property.
Yes. That reverted back to the Whiten family back to the Whiten Machine Works, which was owned by the Kovich family, because we no longer had a school there. Once it reverted, it went back. That's what that was a question on DPW, because in 1951, I think it was, that the shop gave that property, turned that property over to the town to build the DPW garage. And it was a question in the deed, because they were good about, that's what the shop was good at doing. You can have the land for now, but if you don't use it any longer, we get
Want
it back.
Right.
They weren't thinking about going out of business when they did that.
Probably not.
No, I doubt very much if they were, but Water Street, which runs right along there, it's a private street.
Yeah.
It's owned by the shop.
I know.
So,
Did you ever see what's behind that? What are they going to do with all those trucks behind the firehouse?
I don't know.
There's 3 trucks sitting back there.
Yeah.
Why they didn't auction those off
Old
is
school
beyond
trucks.
all the old fire trucks.
That's so cool.
I think the last auction that was with Dick Sarsville
Dick
was sold
Sarsville.
DPW.
That is
yeah.
correct.
He auctioned off the grader.
Yeah. I remember.
Why sit on this stuff?
It doesn't do anybody any good.
You know, they got the old roller sitting down, and you know, Cheris. It was a good idea. He wanted to put it out at the front.
That would be cool.
Yeah, with a sign on
DPW.
DPW garage.
That would be awesome.
I said, I don't know how I'm going to get it out there, but thing's got to be weigh a ton, and I don't think it runs.
Tow it out with the
Yeah,
bucket loader.
yeah. But that would be nice, but it still sits down there
A lot of
rotting.
people do that. Or they take an old an old V
Yeah,
plow, and
yeah.
they put the DPW on the
Yeah.
front of that.
You know, just sitting down there, hell, you can get at least some money for scrap iron, if nothing else.
I'll bet you some of those trucks run.
They probably do, yeah.
I mean, I have no idea, but I know every time I pass by and you look down there, there's 3 big fire trucks sitting back there.
Yeah.
They're just collecting rust.
Getting rusty. Huh.
Silly. Get rid of them.
You know, the people that buy them too,
Oh, hell yes.
just some for collecting, some buy them because they, for their own use. A huge farm,
Mm-hmm.
get some
Great
use.
for water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a guy, we used to have the car show, it was a guy from, I think he was from West Boylston. He had one of the open fire trucks.
Oh, wow.
And he would drive down here with his fire hat on.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah,
And they don't really drive mileage. It's hours. That's it.
right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause
it's
how
just-
far do they go?
They don't go very far at all.
Right.
I mean, even if you do mutual aid, how far do you go?
I think one of the problems you have is the tank start leaking
Right.
before anything else.
Well, now they use the polypropylene tanks, so
Yeah.
they don't leak at all.
I'm
unless you
talking
puncture 'em.
the old ones.
Unless you puncture them.
But, you know, we have ambulances that get old. What do they do with them?
They turn them in.
Or they turn
They
them in?
turn those in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they trade them in for something else. A lot of people buy them and use them
Is,
for
is
equipment.
the old ladder truck down there?
I only see the front of 3 trucks,
Yeah.
so I don't know which ones they are. But I know there's trucks back there. That's just stupid. What do you got to move them anyway? If you build a new fire station, you got to move them.
Yeah.
So here we go with another
Well,
debt
here's another-
exclusion.
you know, that, where the fire station is, that was a shop.
I know.
They built that building.
Mhm.
In fact, they actually had, right next to the fire station where they park now,
Mhm.
there was a gas station there.
No kidding.
Yeah, Gulf Gas.
Oh wow.
And was White Machine Works. That they did everything. I mean, they pumped their own gas and
So
everything
how long
else.
do you think it'll be before they start building the new building? And will they getting
Well,
the new
it'll take
building?
time to.
Well, you got to go through a long process.
Yeah.
Number one, it's going to have to go to town meeting
Yeah.
to get.
That'll be
and-
spring.
And then it's going to go to an election to vote the override.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Not an override. Debt exclusion.
debt exclusion rather.
About a year or so?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, it could take a year easily.
They probably don't have plans ready. They probably just have concept.
Yeah.
You got to go
Oh,
out
so I'm
for-
sure it's conceptual. If first thing they had to do is find a place to put it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they didn't use Goulet Field anymore.
I thought they were using that last year
I-
with soccer.
Well, okay. So if they use that for soccer and you're taking that one, you can't use any of the fields at Balmer. Where in the hell are you playing soccer anymore? Or softball? Or baseball?
Yeah. Up in the
Linwood.
yeah,
That's it.
no, up on the mountain there. The
Oh God. That fiasco.
yeah. Be prepared to walk.
You know what it reminds me of? You ever been to David Prouty?
I've never been to the field. I've been by David.
Oh
Prouty.
no. Oh no, the field. You need a Sherpa to get to the top of it. It's like up, and then the
And you
soccer
can't
field
and you
is on the
can't
top.
drive up there.
Oh no, you cannot.
Oh,
Oh no, it is a hike to get up to the top of that hill.
well, obviously someone was inspired by that.
And you always hope that your kids aren't playing soccer in the end of the season at David Prouty because it's cold as hell up there and
Yeah.
sometimes snowed.
I know, I've heard that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But that debacle that they had over there was a joke. You could stand. They built a soccer field that if you stood on one goal, you couldn't see the other goal
You couldn't
because
see
it
the
was
other one.
curved.
If you're on the pitcher's
that
mound,
right?
if you were in the pitcher's mound, you couldn't see the batter.
It was
Yeah?
ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It wasn't flat?
Oh no, not at all. Just awful.
Oh.
And just there was so many mistakes with that school. So many mistakes.
What school was this?
The high school.
High school.
The new high school.
The new high school.
Yeah. The air conditioning
not
never
new-
worked properly.
Not new.
Oh, windows don't
I
open.
I know about the air conditioner, yeah. I heard
And the
about
windows don't open.
It's 20 years old now.
They didn't open 7 months after it.
I
And I
know.
told them they weren't going to.
But now we have to get a new one.
it. Well,
No. No. So you got your reduction in your the cost of the bomber school because we got a better rate on it.
Yep.
So that knocked it down in half almost, I think.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
So now you got the fire station. If they do it right, it'll bring it right back up to where it was. And it won't be 30 years.
Well, no, that should be in just a matter of
10.
probably 10 years.
10
yeah.
years.
And if you can get some grants,
Hello?
yeah.
There's no grants out for fire stations. There's grants out for public safety
Right.
stations. There's a difference.
Yeah, through Homeland Security.
Right.
ah,
That is correct.
so it helped them to put them both together.
But you got to get these two guys to not fight it. It doesn't make sense.
But you know, I'm seeing
You're
this-
not thinking about the whole of the town. You're thinking about yourself. Your two entities. Think about the whole of the town.
But you know, a lot of towns are doing that.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't understand. Grafton built their new station. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
include the fire station in that.
Nope. Well, they couldn't. They didn't have the land.
Right.
They would have had to knock that school down.
Well, they could knock down that municipal building up in the back.
Well, that was a school.
I know that's the old high school.
That was the old high school.
Right. I know. I remember when that was.
So
a high
my
school.
wife went to high school.
Yep.
But yeah, they would have had to knock that down, and they already had that property up on 140.
Right.
But they did make a mess out of that too.
Well, you know, the DPW garage is moving in Grafton. Yeah, they're moving out to a road that connects into Westboro,
Oh,
right near the Mass Pike.
oh wow.
They're building a big new facility, spending a lot of
You
money.
do know
there.
when they built the fire station in Grafton, they screwed it up.
I heard something about that.
When they built the land, the parking lot was lower than the road, and the trucks would get up onto the road and get stuck, and they couldn't. So they had to actually build up. Like they could not get their ladder truck out of the yard. It was so drastic of a difference. So they
Wow.
had to slope it.
We'll probably hire the same designer, right?
Probably,
Same architect.
probably.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
He
but
obviously never built.
we'll probably
built a
end
road.
up with him.
You gotta love them. Yeah, but it looks great on paper.
Yeah,
I hear that all the time.
it always looks great on paper.
Oh boy, I remember rejecting the plans for the casino 3 times. 3 times I rejected the plans. They kept sending them back. Send them back.
Well, for
They
the
wanted to have a 126-inch mirror
Ooh.
on the ceiling, bolted to the ceiling with 4 bolts.
4 bolts.
Well, first
Oh.
off, there is not a mirror line in the world that's over 96 inches. Just don't make one. So to cut it 126 inches, it would have to be 142-inch wide by 142-inch wide to get that cut out of it. There's no mirror line in the world that's that big. There's no piece of glass that big. But they kept sending it. Finally, the union said, even if you made that, we're not putting it up. We're not putting it up.
with 4 bolts.
How are you getting it in the door?
Yeah.
You'd have to build the building around the mirror. It was hysterical. But it looked great on paper.
Well, yeah. You know, these architects come up with these great ideas, but they're supposed to know that.
Nah. Nope. I get them now. There's a big fight going on. They still want to do outdoor railings with just tempered glass. It's illegal. Can't do it.
Oof.
Tempered laminated. That's the new 2018 code. That's it. Tempered and laminated, with Sentry Guard in the center.
Yeah, because you could fall through them, right?
If it breaks, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
With the tempered laminated with the Sentry Guard, if it breaks, it just goes. It just stays. It doesn't go anywhere. But these architects just still put it out.
Because it looks nice.
It's
Look at when they built the first built the John Hancock.
no. Oh, I was in that.
Yeah. Oh, you
was
selling
part of
glass
that.
then?
No, I was part of the sealants.
The
They tried to
ceilings?
blame everybody under the sun for that, but the architect, and it was the architect's fault.
I have a picture of
What,
it.
the windows falling out?
Yeah. They would just blow right out, go down to the. Luckily, no one was ever killed.
Is it true that they put like a body of water on the top of the Hancock to make that stop happening?
No, it's not what they did.
No?
If you look at it, when you look at what happens when you go over 20 stories, especially on the ocean, the flex of the glass, it
Yeah.
flexes like this. So what happened is they had a 3/4 inch gap to grab it. The outside of the gap was, and the glass was in here.
Yeah.
So the glass would flex and catch on the top. When it came back, it would pop. It
Yeah.
would break and fall down.
Yeah.
So what they had to do is they put a 3-inch external rabbet around the glass so the glass could never catch back on it. They blamed everybody. They blamed the sealants. They blamed the glass company. They blamed everybody. And they finally figured out when they looked at the plan, that's what was happening, is it was flexing.
Huh.
That's why there's hurricane standards now.
Yeah.
Somebody told me they put like a pool on the roof for that.
Oh, there's water on the roof. There's
Yeah.
a water thing on the roof. Has nothing to do with the glass.
Oh.
That thing moves a lot.
I have a picture
Huh.
of the John Hancock building covered with plywood. Yeah.
They had to.
Yeah.
For real? That
Yeah.
really happened?
Yeah.
The whole.
The whole glass panel
20
would
stories
blow
up.
right out and
20
go right
stories
down,
up. They had to
right
cover
down
it.
to the ground.
My.
Well, they just had it last year happen in Brigham and Women's Hospital.
Yeah.
The top railing, they never paid attention to what they were anchoring and then anchoring to the glass. And they had a windy day and the glass blew out onto the street.
Anybody ever get hurt by one of those?
Nope.
Nope.
But here's
That's
the
luck.
bad part of it. Nobody got hurt, but they had to shut the street down.
Yeah.
And nobody could take their car home.
No, not until
So
they got.
all of those people that's cars were in there, they had to get them away home and away back.
Yep.
And they had to get a crane in the middle of the night to take the glass off the
Yeah.
ceiling, off the roof.
Until we
Because it
got
was
that
a railing
corrected.
on the roof.
Yeah. Until we got it corrected, you couldn't get your car out.
They hustled, got it out of there one night.
Yep.
I'd like to be that crane operator.
Oh, we got.
Big coin. Big coin.
The only time we had someone get killed is when the ceiling fell in the tunnel.
Ooh. That still boggles
Because
my mind. That those are
they glued the
the tiles.
bolts in, the tiles, and they put a glue around the bolts that put in the supposedly was going to hold it in place,
Yeah.
and the glue didn't work. And tile came down and hit a car and actually killed a woman in
Killed
the
a
car.
woman. Yeah.
Really? Somebody died. Oh.
That was
She-
wild. It still
Yeah.
boggles my mind that you can epoxy that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I mean, I know we use a lot of silicone in the glass industry that holds a lot of stuff together, but that was a cement tile.
Yeah, huge, heavy tile.
Man, talk about being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Huh?
Yep. Just
Yeah.
happened to be in a tunnel at the wrong time.
Oh, man.
And that's the only tile that actually fell.
Yeah, yeah. It never. No others fell, but they were starting to. They could see they were giving, and they said they had to shut it down and redo the whole thing.
That family get a settlement or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they got a
Oh,
big
time.
settlement.
Big time.
Yeah.
She was from Central America.
Yeah.
Really?
And she had just come back from visiting family, and her husband had picked her up at the airport, and he survived. He was driving. She was in a passenger seat. She got killed. He got a great settlement out of that. Big, very big settlement.
You won't have to work.
Nope.
That's a bad way to die, though.
Oh, man. Talk about, I mean, just like you said, the wrong place at the wrong time. It's just so bizarre. Like
Yeah.
that giant tunnel, one spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who'd ever know?
Now, you know what?
I think about that when I go through there too.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
go that often, but geez,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
fall down.
You got a
Makes you
phone call.
claustrophobic.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carl. You're on.
Hey, yeah, I just hear you guys talking about tunnels.
Yeah.
Well, a few years ago I was on the Faroe Islands, and they had a tunnel that was 4.5 miles long. They built it back in the 80s. They built it in record time, under cost, and it don't leak. I'm just curious, how come we couldn't do that here?
Please.
How about the?
Call unions.
How about in Europe? You have a tunnel that, under the English Channel now.
Yeah, the tunnel.
Yeah. That goes from England to France.
Oh, how long has that been there?
I was just curious, because that 4.5 miles is a long tunnel.
That's a really long
Yeah.
tunnel.
And
Yeah,
because
keep up.
it connects the island, it's kind of separated. It's near Iceland.
Really?
And that island, they got more sheep than people.
Huh.
Well, do you ever go on the Chesapeake Bridge?
No.
That in the middle of Chesapeake Bay is a tunnel so that the ships can come in, and it's under the ocean, and it's right in the middle. That's
the
something.
Chesapeake Bridge and Tunnel Authority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bridge is long,
Yeah.
and you come out when you leave Virginia, go onto the Maryland side, you're in nowhere land. All it is chicken farms. It's Purdue land.
It seems like they built things better back then than they do now.
Well, you got too many people with prevailing wage and all of that nonsense. I mean, look at what we had to do with the water tower.
Yeah.
It was going to cost us $1.5 million.
If the town had done the water tower, which needed to be done,
Right.
it was going to cost about 5.5 times more
Right.
than the water company doing it, and would have took 2 or 3 years longer.
So we
They-
sold
they-
it to them.
they did it in
and
a couple of months.
They did it in 3 months.
Yeah.
The whole thing was completely done.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what Russ is saying, because my son-in-law works for Consigli Construction, and he loves working in Boston
Oof.
because the union is much higher.
Oh,
He loves
oh,
working so,
that's a whole different district in Boston. I think that's District 2, if I'm not mistaken. District 6 or 7 is out here, and it's a completely different wage.
Oh yeah, they make big bucks.
I was talking to a guy who runs one of the cranes in Boston. You know what they get for that? $900 an hour.
Oh my God! But to use the crane, he
He
doesn't get $900.
he is charging. He charges, or his company charges for him to be in that crane $900 an hour. Now I imagine he gets. What's he get? A couple of hundred?
Yeah, probably.
That's still a lot of money
Yeah.
per hour. Yeah, I had a.
some of those guys are probably making over 100,000 a year,
Oh well, oh God,
Labor.
well over that.
and that's not
Well
too
over that.
shabby.
If they go over 8 hours,
I just thought I'd call and let you guys know about
good.
the tunnel.
Thanks, Tommy.
So,
All right.
you guys have a good week.
You too.
All right, Tom.
Stay dry.
Take care.
If they go over 8 hours, $1,500 an hour. That has nothing to do with the crane. That's just the operator.
Yeah.
That's what they charge. There's not enough money in to get me up there. No.
You
That's
imagine
the
what
first
it's
thing you
like
gotta
there?
learn.
I was talking to him about it because I didn't know what he did, and we wanted a conversation. He says, "Oh, you know the crane next to, the
It sits
garden?"
on the
He
end of
says,
the building.
I'm up.
It
He says,
sits
"I'm
on
up
the
there."
top
I
of the
said,
building.
"So how do you get up there?" He goes, "Well, you take the elevator to the top floor
You grab the ladder.
where it is, because the building the top of the building have an elevator to the top of that building. Then he has to strap a harness on and climb 15 stories to his thing." I said, "Yeah, but then you're enclosed," and he goes, "No, there's no floor."
Yeah.
So I
I
kind
know.
of able to see what's
There's
going
no
on
floor?
below me. He says, "No floor." He said, and I sit in a chair, cage chair, but there's no floor. I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Because you have to be able,
No,
to see
no.
underneath them.
It's an adventure every day.
There'll be none of that crap.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Hell yeah. I don't even like to look at it, never mind climb
I
it.
know, huh? Oh my God.
He's in good shape, though. I can't imagine why.
Oh man.
Isn't that I was shocked when he told me what he did.
Fear of heights. If you don't have
Yeah, you
fear-
ain't
fear of
doing it with
heights,
your fear of heights.
you don't want to get up there.
Oh, remember the Indians?
Yeah, they used to hire, that's where they built
Yeah,
a lot of the
steeplechase
buildings in New
cars.
York.
Oh yeah. Didn't
Because
they
it
build
was
the
so-
Empire State with a lot of them.
Yeah, because they're very stable at those heights, and they manage to walk around the buildings.
Yeah.
Without
mean-
a harness.
Yeah, but all through the Depression, when they were building the skyscrapers in New York, those guys up there and catching red hot rivets, you know.
The Indians.
No,
Yeah.
How?
American Indian. And how?
yeah,
They were known for that.
them Italian immigrants, Irish immigrants.
Oh.
They took a special breed. I mean, you watch some of those movies, building the Empire State Building, and or the Chrysler Building, and they're putting this stuff together. You look down. Oh my God, I may look down.
No.
I mean, I knew a guy. Well, he's dead now. Was a steeplejack. I said, how the hell do you do that? Yeah,
There are some jobs I just can't figure out.
he works on churches with the high spear, you know, going way up, shingling it.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. I don't like height to begin with. I don't like going on my own roof, and I live on a ranch.
Must be one of the guys now.
Well, hello.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
All right.
Oh,
we
you
got-
heard me?
I heard you.
Okay.
You want a guy that brings a project under budget and early in time? It's called the President of our United States. How many
Yeah.
buildings has Donald J. Trump built and
is
brought
true.
projects in
Yeah, he
under
did.
budget and on time?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
That was what was that skating rink in New York?
Yeah,
They-
exactly.
They couldn't get it built. He took it over, brought it in under budget and and less time than what they projected.
And he's continued that in his presidency.
Yes.
Yep.
And, I look at what's going on now with Shifty Schiff and all in the House of Representatives.
Pencil
They're
neck.
trying him with no representation. It's just an absolute sham what's going on in this country right now.
Yep.
And there's so many things that need to be handled, and nothing's getting done.
No, that's their
Well,
whole
that
purpose.
came out when Trump announced with the head of ISIS that just got killed. The Intelligence Committee, which is Shifty Shift, for 2 months now, he's been focused on impeachment. They're not even looking at what's going on. And where is, not that I'm a fan of his, where is Nadler? That's the Judiciary Committee in the House that should be looking at if you're going to impeach, which gives the president the right to come in and have his own representation, call his own witnesses, and that's not even being done now.
No.
No,
It's an absolute sham. If this vote tomorrow goes to the Senate, Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell need to just throw the whole damn thing out and say, we're done. It was done illegally. Let the people vote a year from now, and I guarantee you it's going to be a landslide for Trump.
No, tomorrow's vote is on procedure. It's not a vote.
Yeah, but they're talking. But eventually, it's gonna get to. They're gonna impeach him.
Right.
And then it's gonna go to the Senate. The Senate has to throw this thing out as soon as it arrives.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, she doesn't have the votes for impeachment, or she would have done it already.
Absolutely.
And she's holding back because there's a lot of those Democrats that won by slim margins in districts where Trump did well.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to come out and say, oh, I voted to impeach him.
Right. No, you're right on, Harry. But this needs to come out, and it's a travesty what's going on. When you look at what people's 401ks have done, what this president in 2.5 years has accomplished to improve this country, and it's just a sham. I saw an article a couple of weeks ago that they said the average household increase in income under Bush for 8 years was $450. Under Obama, in 8 years, it was $985. Under Trump, in 2.5 years, including the tax cut, it's over $7,000.
Yeah,
And
because
if that doesn't show you what's going on, I don't know what does.
look, if you can't find a job today, you'll never find a job.
Oh, no.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You can get a job
And then I
anywhere.
watch
Right.
Pocahontas, and I watch all the Democrats. They want to give everything away. Somebody has to pay for it.
Yep. Yeah. Well, did you see and I didn't watch the debate, but I did hear about it, and then I watched that one part. They kept badgering her, even the moderator. How are you paying for it? Is this going to raise taxes? And she would not answer it.
No,
Won't
because
answer.
can't
He
answer
doesn't
it.
know how it's going to get paid
She has
for.
no idea. It's just like this knucklehead that's doing the commercials. He left. He built his empire,
yeah.
And now he's
Oh,
gonna
that
he's gonna
Tom,
force
whatever his name is, yeah.
force term limits. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
You're not getting term limits on these guys in there.
No, but I honestly do agree with term limits.
Oh, I do too. But you're
Right.
not going to make it happen.
But
you know-
at least one of our senators is going to get retired this year because our poor friend Markey is going to be ousted by Kennedy. But it's going to be interesting to see where Markey ends up. He's going to get a cushy job in some institution somewhere or some government thing, or they'll bring him back to Massachusetts like they did
Marty
the guy
Meehan.
who's now the head of UMass.
That's Marty Meehan.
The representative
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah, Marty Meehan.
Making more
Marty
money
Meehan,
than
thank
we
you,
ever
Russ.
made.
Yeah, I mean, they all take care of each other, and,
Well, look
and
at-
it's
Look at
it's a
Peterson.
swamp that I never realized how bad it was until Trump got in there. And if Hillary had gotten in, you wouldn't see anything.
No.
Well, no, of course not.
Look at even George Peterson. Look where he wound up.
Yeah,
He was the head of the
Fishing
Fish
game.
and Game,
Well,
fishing game. Yeah,
Fish and Wildlife, whatever the hell it
Yeah,
was.
Fish and Wildlife.
Oh, please.
isn't that a nice little job?
Oh, well, hey, look at No More Dick.
Oh yeah,
He got a
he's got a bad job he ever had.
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but he
Only
did have to
thing
pay
is
back
he
some
lost his number
campaign
8
money.
license plate.
He did get zapped for some campaign money though.
Well, good.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a swamp, and it's unbelievable, and I just applaud President Trump for what he's done, and I'm looking forward to another 5 more years of him at the helm.
Yeah. I don't think you'll lose.
I don't either. I don't see how he
have to
could
believe they
lose.
will lose.
And going in, do you think that the friggin' Democrats could even say, Donald, you did a good job. We got this ISIS guy.
No.
Nothing.
No, there was
You know,
some.
it's like
look,
he could cure cancer, and they're not going to give him credit for it.
look, you had some press that said he did an awful thing by killing the guy.
Oh, that's crap.
I know, but
Because
that's
those guys don't care how many people of ours that they kill, like
And-
9/11, and go forward.
And look at he was there when they beheaded the guy from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
So
Ooh, that was one
oh
of the
yeah.
ones.
Oh, that was all him.
That was all him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There was Washington Post.
Well, I just wanted to call in and say hello.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
All right.
Good talking
Russ,
to you.
how are the kids? Kids are good. Grandkids are good.
Everybody's good, bud. How about you?
Everybody's fine. Yep.
You still walking?
Still walking, not as much because all the kids are in school now. But
That's terrific. Good
all
for
right,
you.
say hi to Kathy, and we'll
right.
be in touch.
All right, bud. Take care.
Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
See you later.
Bye.
So you talk about all this government crap. Did you see the nonsense that they want to do? Because we have so much congestion now. They
Tell me
want to
about it.
raise. They want to raise the gas tax 15 to 25 cents.
I know.
My wife immediately looked at me and she said, "What the hell happened to all of the casino money? What'd they do with it?
Oh, believe me,
Where did it go?
that went fast.
Where did the casino money go? You just raised the MBTA rate. You got 2 casinos that opened up, and you want more money?
Massachusetts.
When George Peterson first got there, he said, "I can't believe how fast they spend the money."
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like drunken sailors.
Yeah.
Like drunken sailors.
Massachusetts.
It's
The thing is, if you remember, they tried to pass a tax that as the gas price went down, the tax would go up.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? And it was going to be automatic. And it was the guy who just ran for the Senate. What did he say? I forget names. I met him. I had him on my show. They ran against Warren.
Oh, the Indian guy?
No, not Shiva. I had him on too.
Oh,
You
you're not
did.
talking about the vet.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Jeff Deal.
Huh?
no.
Jeff Deal, Jeff
Okay,
Deal,
Jeff Deal.
the real deal.
The real deal.
No, I knew Jeff. He came here. We did a show here, and he would have been a great senator. But he fought that gas tax.
So wait,
and,
no,
and well,
Elizabeth
we had-
Warren is trouncing her ass all over the United States, but she's still our senator.
Yeah, but
Well-
because she's locked in now for another 4 years.
Yeah, that's baloney. That's another thing we got to get rid of.
Yeah, you can run for office while you're in office.
It's like being a selectman and not showing up to any of the meetings. It's ridiculous. They need to get their hands on.
You know, that's one thing I got to say. I don't miss any meetings.
I know.
I'm on planning board. but
I never missed a meeting. I
don't-
never missed a finance meeting. I never missed a select. Maybe one or two here or there, but never like go away for the winter. This is nonsense. You want to be there, do the job. You don't want to be there, walk away.
She wants to be president.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, this nonsense about raising taxes and stuff, and then the other idea was to, if you go into the city, your tolls are higher than.
Yeah,
They're going to put tolls in Connecticut.
you gotten rid of them.
They're going to put them back.
Yeah, now because they can do the
Yep.
the
The gantries.
gantries. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when they had the toll booths.
Oh,
was the
on 95?
That was the dumbest thing in the world.
Oh my God, they were awful.
You'd go 10 miles and you have to pay a toll. This toll booth was right on the highway.
Really?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it was. Oh, they do it in New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Your home state.
Yeah, that's right.
Go on the Garden State
The
Parkway.
Garden State Parkway. Every 20 miles.
The best thing I ever did was get an easy pass.
Used to see if when we were kids, you used to pay 35 cents.
Yep.
It started as a quarter. You used to see how fast you could go through and throw the quarter in.
Yep. Yeah.
But it was awful. You had to stop, and you had to stop. And then if you were going to the shore, it was a nightmare. Well, it's just like going to Maine or
Yeah.
New Hampshire. Those tolls are awful.
Oh, they back up.
Oh, just crazy.
The best thing happened when I got an easy pass because I have a sister-in-law who lives down in Delaware,
Yep.
and we take the Garden State. Once I got the easy,
Oh,
right
yeah. When you
through.
get down there with all the gantries, you don't even slow down.
No.
You just keep going, just like the Pike.
Yep. But boy, before when you had to pay the toll, you had to stop it. Oh my God, it was crazy.
Just awful. But yeah, this nonsense about putting gas taxes.
Of course, now I drive down there, and when you get home and you see the bill, it's holy.
Oh, look at the what's it, the Lincoln Tunnel. The Verrazano Narrows Bridge is $16.50.
Yeah, isn't that unbelievable?
$16.50 if you have an easy pass.
And which
Yeah.
bridge is this?
It goes from Jersey to Staten Island, Staten Island to Brooklyn.
$16.
$16.50 if you have an easy pass. If you don't, it's $18. That's
Well-
one way.
Yeah.
The former Tappan Zee, which is now the
Yeah, I know. It's a crock of shit.
what's his name there? Former governor.
Come on.
Como.
Como.
The Como Bridge.
It'll always be as a Tappan Zee bitch to be.
I like to say they named it after a singer,
Perry.
Perry.
Yeah, Perry
Yeah,
Como.
Perry
Yeah.
Como. You know how he got that name? That's not his real name.
It's not?
No, he was a barber.
No kidding.
Yeah, Como.
That's funny.
What?
Perry Como was a barber, and he took the name Perry Como. Not his real name.
Boy, you know what? Talking about people, see that they got the new movie out about Mr. Rogers?
Is that Tom Hanks?
I heard
Tom
about it. I
Hanks.
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I know it's just coming out. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. The
It
man's a
is?
war hero.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he wore a
Mr.
sweater.
Rogers? Mr.
He didn't want to
Oh.
scare the kids from his tattoos.
Oh, is that right?
So was Bob Keachin, who was
Yeah, Captain Kangaroo.
Captain Kangaroo. They were
Yep.
both war heroes.
Wasn't
Both
one of them
war
a
heroes,
sniper
yep.
or something?
Um,
Or is that just an urban legend that?
no. Bob Keachin saved a bunch of people and got like a Bronze Star.
Yeah, he got a big. He's a decorated war hero.
Well, it was, and it was funny because I always remember the scene with Johnny Carson and the guy who threw the. No, he was in a lot of war movies, and people always said, he said the rumor was that he could be buried in Arlington
Arlington.
Cemetery,
Arlington.
and they said, and Johnny Carson never hid anything. He always got it right out. He said, why don't you tell the people why that's really going to happen? And he said, well, because
Oh,
I was in the Army. I was.
If you're
I had-
decorated, you could be
Right,
buried at
right.
Arlington.
He
Not
said-
anymore now. It's getting tougher because they're running out of
He
room.
said, I have a Bronze Star. And he's like, but I was nothing because my sergeant was Bob Keachin. And he has
oh, is that right?
I'm
Captain
almost
Kangaroo?
like almost a Medal of Valor. I mean, he's that big.
Silver Star.
Silver Star, right. Unbelievable. And everybody thought he was just Mr. Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah.
But nobody realized it. But I'm glad that they're doing that. I think that's cool.
Heard what's his name? Bob Ross was an army guy too, or Navy guy. You know, the painter guy.
Well, don't forget World War II. Almost everybody went.
Drill sergeant. That's why he talks so soft. He said because he was tired of yelling at people. No, it's true.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's great.
It is. It is. It's funny, but it's true story. Yeah. Funny.
They never talked.
Huh?
They never talked about it.
No,
I had all I could do to get my father to talk to me.
no, you don't want to talk. Nobody wants to talk. If we're in combat, you don't want to talk about it.
It's a different generation.
Yeah.
No, even today, guys today, they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was painful, probably.
Yeah.
Scary. Traumatic.
Bringing it back. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
We had a few years back. These two guys from Italy were doing a documentary, and I don't know how they got my email or my phone number, but they called me. They wanted to meet two guys. They wanted to meet a couple of guys who had served in the Middle East in Desert Storm, and we found a couple of guys. They didn't really want to talk a lot about it. Because they were doing a documentary. They were here from
Yeah.
Italy doing a documentary.
Wow.
They filmed it right here in the hall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, recorded it. So I had to be back around 2011. Because we've been here since 2013. But yeah, guys don't want, I'm not going to get into names because
No.
I know guys that have been in a lot of combat and they don't talk about it. But Eddie Albert, remember Eddie Albert? Green Acres.
Mm-hmm.
He drove a landing craft on Kiowa,
Really?
which was one of the toughest battles. Iwo Jima was worse, but this was a real tough landing battle. And he would drop guys off, and he would come back and pick up guys that their boat got hit.
Wow.
And went around while heavy fire. But that's the way those guys were. You did what you had to do.
Yeah, you did your job.
Yeah.
You did your job.
And you're not thinking about, everybody says, well, they're doing it for their country. No, you ain't thinking about it. What you're thinking about is, I'm doing it for the other guy.
Saving those guys that are your
Yeah,
brothers.
These guys are my friends. I'm doing it to help them.
You guys seen the documentary, They Shall Not Grow Old, the First World
Yep.
War? Have you seen that yet?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's crazy.
I watched one the other day about Somme, the Somme River,
Yeah.
where the British, in World War I, you had the trenches on both sides, and the British wanted to take in, so they sent 200,000 men in, and 3/4 of them got killed. It was one of the worst devastations. More people died in that day than in any other battle ever,
Wow.
because they just sent them in,
Speaking
and the
of that,
Germans had machine guns.
Did you see the guy that was the sentry at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier? He was 100 years old.
No, it was a century, 100.
That guy looked great.
Really?
He was literally said they played music and he started to dance. And I never knew this, which, you know, things you don't know. And he was talking about how it was the biggest honor of his life, and how his number was on there. They have a number. They don't have a name. They have a number.
Yep.
And one of them has a number and it said revoked. And he said, "Why is that? What does that mean?" He said, "Oh, I think that's the guy that got a DUI. Your honor's gone."
Wow.
They revoked his number.
Huh.
I was like, holy mackerel. I mean, and they stand there in everything. They never move.
Well, that's a special group.
Oh, yeah.
Very hard to get into. They also, the same, well, the Marines guard the White House. That's also a special detachment. But
Tough
those
guys.
guys, boy, that's spit and polish.
They don't fool around, those guys.
I wonder if our helicopter friend ever flew a helicopter like that.
Well, he flew a Huey, and that's how I think he learned it. But in Vietnam, he flew a Loach,
Yeah.
which is a small helicopter. I rode in one from Cape Cod to Fort Devens when I was in a guard. In fact, the pilot was from Whitensville.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. And yeah, because we had to. I was commo chief, and we had to bring some equipment down to over to Devens. So I got to fly. He followed the highway.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you ever see those whirly birds that check the power lines?
Oh,
It's
man,
like an
he
egg
knows
beater
that?
in the air. I'm like, I'm
Oh,
okay.
I know.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, it's about the size of a Loach. But the Loach pilot in Vietnam was a target. See, he would come in and fly over the jungle and draw fire. So now they know what a Kong were or the NV were, and they could hit him. But they had him to draw the fire, and then the guy would come in with the Huey and blast them.
So
And
he was
that
a
his job.
target.
Yeah, he was a target.
So all that time he was a target?
Yeah.
So it was easier landing on the,
He wasn't as big a target as he is now. But
well, he was like,
He was bait.
he's not watching.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Someone will tell him.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I will. I don't care. Oh, that's too funny.
He got to fly again down in Virginia.
Did he really?
Yeah, West Virginia. Went to a reunion, cab reunion, and he got to fly. He actually let him fly, gave him some hours.
I'm telling you,
He's going to go back again next summer.
when he flew over to the oil rigs,
Yep.
that's a tough gig.
Oh, yeah.
That's I mean, almost. That's a gutsy gig.
Oh, he loved flying. You know, he got drafted, and he decided, well, I'm not gonna get drafted. I'm gonna join so I can get something out of it. And that's what he did. He said, I'm going to flight school.
And you know, you got to be really smart to be able to fly.
Oh, yeah.
It is a tough
But you
job
have to learn a lot of things about.
and a lot of math.
Yeah, a lot of math.
One of my friends works with the NTSB, and well, you know that plane that killed all those people in Hartford?
Yeah, yeah.
He did an inspection of that vehicle.
Oof.
He said,
That plane was in Worcester just
Sketchy.
before that.
sketchy. He said, because those planes have 4 engines.
Yeah,
He said, you could land that plane with 1 engine
yeah.
without any question.
They did it in World War II.
Right, right.
But,
And he said,
That plane was at Worcester
know
Airport
it was.
about a week or
I
two
know it was.
before.
And he told me, the guy had a sketchy history.
Oh.
A sketchy history. And this guy's brilliant. Brilliant.
You know, the other loss is there's not too many of those planes left.
No.
And
Not too many of those 6 people left either.
No. Boy.
But it's amazing what you got to learn when you fly. I was astounded.
Can't be that easy.
I told you that story about the guy flying back from Myrtle Beach.
No.
We're in a big plane, a stupid plane coming into LaGuardia, which is an awful airport, by the way. Who puts an airport in the middle of a city?
I know.
Just stupid.
LaGuardia is tough.
I mean, just and we get
I've
land,
flown into
we land, we
LaGuardia.
change planes. So we sit in a plane. It's a brand new, beautiful monster of a plane. And I'm on the end. My son's in the middle, and there's an empty seat. So just before we take off, a guy in a pilot's uniform sits down. I said, "Excuse me, shouldn't you be up there?" And he goes, No. I just brought a plane down. I'm just, I'm hopping back with them. The guy up there is very qualified. He's really good. So the guy had a Marine lanyard on with all his. Yeah, I said, "Marine?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Thank you for your service." He said, "Thank you for your paying for your taxes, so I had gas." I'm like, "What?" I said, "What did you do in the Marines?" He says, "A F-18 fighter pilot." I said, "Really? For how long?" He said, 20 years. I said, "Well, thank you. I appreciate your service, and I appreciate all you did." And I said, "You got to tell me something. What's it like going from a fighter to a commercial airliner?" He says, "Well, if you fly a commercial airliner upside down, people get really mad."
yeah.
I said, "What a great line." He was very,
That's good. That's really
very,
good.
very cool. But he said, "Yeah, if they can fly them upside down, they get really mad." Like, I imagine they would. That would kind of be tough to do.
Especially if you don't have your seatbelt buckled.
No lie. Or you're on a 737X. They're still not in the air.
I know. Boy, Boeing's in trouble on that one.
Oh, boy. How do you do that? Well, it's a bean counter. It
Yeah.
was like the Pinto.
Well, I had a brother work for GM who was in quality control, and there was one little. He made a suggestion that they add this one piece, and they said, "No, that's going to cost us 25 cents." He said, "Well, what 25 cents? Huh? When you make 500,000 cars at 25 cents, it's a lot of money." He said, "But then you end up recalling it. They're going to come back after we take a chance. So if we get 10, 20% back, we still make a lot of money."
That was the Pinto.
Yeah.
The Pinto was all based on cost analysis.
Yep.
How many people are going to get hit in the rear end of the car?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you hit that Pinto in the rear end of the car, it blew up.
Oh, did it ever? Yeah.
Any
But they-
Pintos driving out there? Or?
I haven't seen
I
one
haven't
in
seen
a
them.
long
No.
time. I had one.
Yeah.
I had a blue one.
The only time I've seen them is at car shows.
Really, I haven't
Yep.
seen one in years.
I mean, if people find one now, they collect them. We rehab them because they're unique. Hey, we gotta get going. Tomorrow night, I have people here from Nature's Remedy,
Oh, cool.
which is a new marijuana facility right off of 146 on that side street, your 146. We'll be here tomorrow night. We're talking about marijuana, and it's a lot of ways of using it other than just
Talking about
smoking it.
marijuana.
Yeah, but they're not bringing any samples.
Who'd have thunk?
Last week I had a woman on who does a dog bait.
dog bait,
She brought me a box of samples.
Oh.
I gave 'em to my
How did they taste?
I gave 'em to the grand dog,
Cool.
but
Granddaughter, you say? Or
grand dog.
Oh, okay.
But no samples tomorrow night, unfortunately. But it should be an interesting show because the business is changing every day. You know that the federal government's on the verge of allowing hemp
Well, they should.
to grow. Yeah, because hemp doesn't have THC.
Doesn't have THC in it, and you can use it for medicinal purposes.
Right. But we
Use it
got to
for
go
rope.
now. Now we're
Bye.
down to the wire. See you tomorrow night and next week.